don't know if you guys can hear me, but what is up? So this is officially my first video. Watch these cars. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about in this is, so recently I took my MSF course and just got all of that stuff done so that I can get my license and ride legally and all that. And I had a California ID before when I took my my MSF course, and I currently live in Hawaii, in Oahu. And what I was unaware of is that California does not recognize the MSF course for, we're gonna go. It was green, you saw it. For getting a license. So when you take the MSF course in Hawaii and try to get a license in California, they don't care. For them, you have to go back to California. Wow, it is windy today. I also live on the windward side, so get a lot of wind over here. But California wants you to go back to California and take their own course to go get a license out there. Which that's not an option for me. So when you take the MSF course out here, one piece of advice for you is get your license and make sure you have the learner's permit before you take the course, just because I've had to wait so long just to be able to ride right now. And I've had the bike, you know, and all that stuff, but I haven't been able to ride it because I didn't have insurance on it, because I didn't have a learner's permit. That's another thing, is you have to get the license and then a learner's permit, which you have to test for. And I'm still actually waiting on my full license because you have to schedule all the appointments. You can't do walk-ins. But a word of advice for if you're going to go to your MSF course and do all that sort of stuff, get all your licensing stuff done first before you go to the course. You don't have to have a license to take the course, like I didn't, but it just makes it a lot easier. And when you do that course, you're all hyped up and you are ready to ride and like all that sort of stuff. You're super excited to get out there and get going. Oh, it is raining. That sucks. That's Hawaii for you though. Sunny and raining. But when you take the course, you're all hyped up, ready to get riding and all that. Super excited. And having to wait weeks or months just to be able to ride kind of sucks. Like one of the guys that I took the course with, he's not able to get an appointment to get his learner's permit even to take the test until August, and it's July right now, but he scheduled that in June. We took the course June 6th or 7th, something like that, 7th and 8th I think. And he isn't able to take his test to get his learner's permit until August. So he won't be able to actually ride for a while. Obviously, a lot of people ride dirty, you know, cruising around and all that sort of stuff. but Hawaii especially, I guess. I was talking to my barber the other day who rides. He was saying that the HPD is really cracking down on bikes. So having the license and everything just makes it a lot easier. Don't have to be worrying about cops and that sort of stuff. Wow, holy crap, it's windy. This part of the island right here is just open straight to the water from that side, and that's where all the wind comes from. As you can see by these trees, all blown over like this. So it is windy as hell right here. But I'm just going to work right now. This is just my commute. But it's a beautiful day. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much later. Also, I took my exhaust, what is it, the sound suppressor out today, so pretty hyped. The bike sounds a little bit better, a little louder in my opinion. Nice. How's it going?
Have a good one.
Thank you too. Whatever. The old ID and the fucking helmet trick, dude. Don't have pockets, stick it in your face. Oh, I am speeding a lot. And base is known for pulling people over, so we don't want to do that. One time riding right here, actually not riding, driving right there, I got pulled over and got a ticket for turning out of that gas station and not using a blinker in the middle of the night with nobody around on a one-way road. You can only turn right out of there, and they gave me a ticket for it, which I think is insane, but you know, I'm not a cop, so. Old World War II buildings. So I'm stationed on Kaneohe Bay on the east side of Oahu over here, and so this was here for Pearl Harbor. Got attacked during Pearl Harbor, all that sort of stuff. And so all of these buildings that are around here are all old World War II buildings and hangars and stuff that have been around for many a years. Which this hangar right here is actually my work that we're coming up on. And it has a lot of history with Pearl Harbor, because this hangar, which these are the helicopters I work on, but this hangar housed the seaplanes that were rescuing people out of the water and all that sort of stuff during Pearl Harbor. And there's actually a crater from a bomb on the flight line where those helicopters were at that was dropped there. And there's some bullet holes in the staircases. From where the suicide bombers were shooting their guns and whatnot. I actually don't know if it's from the suicide bombers, but during the Pearl Harbor attack, the hangar got shot up, and so there's some bullet holes where a sailor who was on watch, okay, this thing's not going to go to neutral. For some reason, it doesn't like going to neutral when it's on. Now it might though. Yes, sir. But he took a bullet from the Japanese planes and was killed in the staircase. And that bullet hole is still in there today. But we are at work now, and that's that bike looking nice. So I will see you guys later.